Clubhouse is closed. We are clearing the site. Transports are en route. West side all clear. Detail reports east side all clear. Delta detail reports south side all clear.
Okay.
Low pig, moving. Marcus, go.
Negative on low.
Human, take the post. It's a good thing everyone's on some shit already.
Yes, what?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Detail reports north side all clear.
Access granted.
Cargo 2 is loaded and awaiting secure. Slavensky, report to Cargo 4 for inspection. All cargo loaded by 0400 will be terminated in the burn.
Confirm tag. Copy, confirm.
Attention all personnel. The clubhouse is closed. We are clearing the site. Transports are en route.
Nothing. Big surprise.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
And I really like it. This one's mine.
Perimeter detail reports north side, all clear.
Clear, over.
Moving with midstream. Over.
Cargo 2 is loaded and awaiting secure. Slovensky, report to Cargo 4 for inspection. All cargo not loaded by 0400 will be terminated in the burn.
Jensen? Tell me that you making all that noise in there.
Where the hell have you been, Chicane?
Well... Don't you...
I can't wait to torch this place. Everything is almost ready for pull-out.
They're distracting me.
Those explosives is going to be fun too.
Here's some. Probably just a rat.
Perimeter detail reports north side, all clear.
My cousin's been cut from the mission. His eye shot on him yesterday, so he was sent to the secondary base to be
Makes
fixed.
sense.
Obviously,
We're going to test
only the
firearms
back.
and people.
Good.
You should also test your poisons. Whatever that thing upstairs is. Feel the anticipation coming off of you. Patience. Feel cyberphone loading.
Hang on.
Cargo 2 is loaded and awaiting secure. Slovensky, report to Cargo 4 for
I loaned my
inspection.
screwdriver to Bela. I hope he remembers to pack them. Sure.
Jensen? Tell me that you're making all that noise in there.
Or mine. Or their own. You should have had your own next to me. You don't want that gem up to a confirmation. Say something. No contact. Don't be that.
Green status. Copy. Clear mark.
Cargo 2 is loaded and awaiting secure. Slovensky, report to Cargo 4 for inspection. All cargo not loaded by 0400 will be terminated in the burn. Attention all personnel. The clubhouse is closed. We are clearing the site. Transports are en route. minus 60 minutes to full evac.
This operation is going to put us down in history forever.
These guys makes me feel like an ancient warrior. I can't believe it.
Attention all personnel. Site burn will commence in 1 hour. Report to the shooting range immediately.
The doors are locked and the rest of the deployed. It won't be long.
But you know what to do.
Do me a favor. If I ever get exposed to that shit, you will do it, alright?
Barely concentrate. All I'm listening for is the sound of your final go-ahead.
Just a second.
I never thought that a mission with a higher death toll than time. This one goes according to plan.
Sorry, what?
Perimeter detail reports east side all clear. Perimeter detail reports south side all clear.
That would be nice.
Whatever.
I hope I get a chance to use some of my grenades on them.
Perimeter detail reports north side all clear.
I love the way the police and politicians keep talking tough about how prepared they are for our next attack. They can't do a damn thing against
Vector possible yellow.
Cargo 2 is loaded and awaiting secure. Slavensky, report to Cargo 4 for inspection. All cargo not loaded by 0400 will be terminated in the burn. Attention, T-minus 60 minutes to full evac.
Chicane, come in. God damn it, Chicane, where are you?
Jensen, you're alive. Shit. I've been trying to get a hold of you for hours, getting nothing but dead air. Listen, I found a place to set down. I'm coming in after you.
Don't bother, I'm coming to you.
Site burn will commence in 1 hour.
Alex, I don't need that ride. I found my pilot.
That's a relief. Let me know when you're back in Prague.
Copy that.
Ready to get the hell out of here.
Eerie, isn't it?
What the hell happened? Where's everyone?
Martial law. Riots in Golem spilled over into Prague. Entire city's on lockdown. None but state police allowed in the streets tonight. They've all got itchy trigger fingers.
Wonderful. Talk to Miller? Tell him to meet me at the office?
He'll be waiting for you. Of course, you'll likely be shot getting there. Watch yourself out there, Jensen.
Alex, it's me. We need to meet.
You got a location? Because the streets aren't safe tonight, man.
Can you make it to the limb clinic, where we met before?
Yeah, it's not far. I'll meet you there. found out why he didn't listen. Let's see what we have. Fuck! Then why did he run?
What's the holdup? So?
So we killed a citizen.
The city's on lockdown. A true citizen would respect that. Get him into the truck.
I'm glad you're okay, Adam.
Brought you a present from the Alps. Compliments of Viktor Marchenko. Be careful with it.
Is this the orchid?
Yeah. Marchenko tried to kill me with it, just like he did Rucker. Think you can get it analyzed?
Yeah, we got a couple of scientists on the collective's mailing list. Some of them are already culling through the files you and Janus pulled from the bank. I'll let you know what they find. Oh, and we also ran a trace on that email you gave me, from Rucker. It originated from an unregistered pocket secretary in Hong Kong.
So we don't know who sent it?
Not yet. It's been shut off ever since. But we left a trace running, so if it lights up again, we'll know.
Good. Something big is coming, Alex. ARC's being framed for a terrorist attack that hasn't occurred yet.
They're gonna take more lives, blow up another train station? Jesus, Adam, look at it out there. Any chance we had of easing fears and fighting people's hatred will be gone. That piece of shit UN legislation will pass, and we'll all be thrown into AUG-only hellholes like Udalek.
While Nathaniel Brown sits back and earns trillions.
Brown? That slick suit from the Santo Corporation?
Page said Brown was calling the shots, and in Switzerland, Marchenko said Brown had confirmed date and time.
But where? Brown's been traveling extensively, promoting Rabia and his Safe Harbor initiative. His next junket's in London. But if he's behind this, he's not gonna attack himself.
Maybe not. Marchenko also mentioned someone who can tell us. But I have to meet with Miller first. How soon can you get the sample analyzed?
As fast as possible. If you're meeting with Miller, be careful. You walked into another ambush in Garm, and Miller's not off my suspect list yet.
We'll see.
Tell who might be out here. What the hell?
initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
It is you.
dark and augmented. Over here.
You come to help us.
Welcome to the Underground. I owe you an apology for hacking your infolink.
Don't sweat it. I'm assuming you had a good reason.
Samizdat's usual channels are all bugged. I couldn't risk an audio communication being traced back here.
You're Little K, right? You don't sound local.
I wrote some things that made me have to delocalize a long time ago. Been living story to story on a Schengen visa and a language implant ever since. Never expect a short story from a long-form journalist. You want to know why I brought you here? The police raided Samizdat last night. Cleared us out. We were broadcasting until they pulled the plug. Radios, flyers, mail bursts, the makeshift media van. Getting the message out to our subscribers if they needed a refuge. As you can see, it went a little wider than we anticipated.
This isn't what I call laying low. Aren't you afraid the police will find you again, finish what they started?
They already got the cake. Bones, the shitty coffee machine. Enough for them to call it a win. And get back to indiscriminate brutality on the streets.
Where were you when this happened?
Right here. Running our little home away from home. Our sources tipped us off about the martial law. Either we could write about it and throw our hands up. Boy, I sure hope this massive rights violation doesn't end up being too awful this time. Or we could enact a readiness plan and really do something.
Yeah, when we first met, I called you pamphleteers. I guess I should apologize.
Oh no, we were pamphleteers. Now we're pamphleteers, jury-rigging an underground railroad.
So are you running a resistance cell here or a campaign room?
Why not both? Now Samizdat has a captive voter base we could run for the Senate.
It's organized resistance then?
Peaceful resistance. We're working together to get people under the cordon and out of Prague. It's a happy accident of a police state. Well, I say happy when everyone's repressed, they can see past their prejudices.
Or they shift the blame. It's gonna take a long time for those prejudices to heal.
As long as certain people can profit from keeping the wounds fresh. But you knew that already.
What happened to Kay?
Kay is me now, according to the Samizdat Manifesto. It's all very third-wave socialist with a dash of martyr complex.
Good to know. But I mean, what physically happened to him?
Right. His name is Yarek. Yarek Drobny. He's being held by the police along with Bones. No contact, no bail, no rights. Plausible deniability.
You must have known the risks.
Well, he was open to the existence of risks. When you showed up, it should have been a wake-up call, but you were reasonable. The state isn't reasonable.
I'm pretty sure you didn't call me to put up posters. What's the deal?
We've made a plan. We're getting people out of the city, starting first thing tomorrow. I want Yarek and Bones to go with them, but first, we need to bust them out of jail. Tonight.
And you think I'm the kind of guy who breaks into police stations?
Are you telling me you're not?
Fine, I'll get them out. They're being held in the temporary police station downtown?
Yes. By the Monument Metro. Once you're clear, take them across the plaza to the Uneda Cleaners. We've cached everything they need for a long road trip along the old NATO decommissioning zone.
That's your escape route? Puts getting them past the state police into perspective.
It works on paper. And gives them these. New identity documents, a lot of new identities. We found a very good forger. We're keeping her from a bright future in a Pika's newsroom. Too many people. They'll have to borrow more trucks.
Milena, you didn't take my advice about giving up on forgery.
I know. But trouble is, I've got a talent for it. And it's a real growth market. As soon as you got me out of that thing with Dragomir, I had like 20 emails from Samizdat. Do you have any idea how difficult it is for art school graduates to find a specialist subject these days?
The permits aren't enough for police anymore, forged or real.
In Prague, maybe. But it turns out I'm multilingual when it comes to falsifying border passes. Lucky, right?
If it works, I'd say lucky.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Super Commando Man, Lena. If there was an easier option, you think we wouldn't take it? I was less stressed out when I was working at gunpoint.
We may not agree on your methods, but I'll let you get back to your work.
Coming from you, that is like the gold star seal of approval.
Just wait about them. Then in the morning we'll go for it.
Dodge the mark. He'll set you up.
You want... Biocell, hypostim, painkillers?
I might be interested.
They sell these things.
Yeah, I got that.
Buy something. Get out of here, then.
I'll be on my way.
Fuck off, then. Next time, maybe not fuck off.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
I'll make sure you get the full dose when you go on.
Got anything? Not seeing anything. Stay cool. I hate this weather.
up? Where's up, huh? What do you think? This is the 1980s? Like those old documentaries? The journalists aren't the revolution.
Our
man.
old
We're
military
just
industrial friend.
And the message
You again.
is still out there. It's on the streets. It's over
Do
the
we have to
airwaves.
free us or
It's spreading
intelligence?
online. Maybe it's even gotten through those faceless
Your
skull
boat,
buckets,
I hear.
huh? From state police to police state. Maybe it's even gotten through those faceless skull buckets, huh? Maybe you're thinking you're fighting for the wrong team. Well, that's a good start, man. First, you have to see that your strings are being pulled by crooks. Then you can stop dancing for them.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
The press wants to be jailed. You. I knew it, man. I knew you were one of them all along.
Do I look like I'm one of them?
I can feel my hands right now, but if I could run a search for shadowy extra-government agent on the net, pretty sure it's all you.
Fair point. What happened? You pulled a Freedom of Information speech on the state police?
Ha fucking ha. They didn't wait for a speech, man. Lesson learned. Smash the state before the state smashes your nose.
Little K asked me to get you out.
She's the K now, man. I'm a liability to Samizdat.
She cares about you, Yarrick. She didn't want to leave you or Bones behind.
Always was a cool cat, man. One of the good ones. She wrote The Wheels Come Off 16 years ago, and the conspiracies just keep checking out. Everything except the gray aliens, but who's to say that's not a metaphor?
If she wrote the book,
I don't believe in authorial intent.
I might have known you wouldn't keep your heads down during the riots.
This is what a radical news source lives for, man. Lives and dies for. But the helmets on the streets, the extreme peacekeeping, that's not about the Golem riots. How are the Augs gonna get over here? Carpool? No. Someone, somewhere, wanted the cops to clean house in Prague. And this is just the beginning. What if they could call martial law anywhere, anytime? Cops without borders.
That's your prediction, huh?
You can take it to the bank, man. The Palisade Property Bank.
You told me you were a liability to Samizdat. How do you figure that?
Because the cops burn me, man. Exposure is death. They didn't have to ask a single question. Just took my DNA off their knuckles. My high school dropout date, my sister's parking tickets, my darknet proxies. Oral Cemetery.
Oral Cemetery?
They didn't get a lot of mainstream airplay. Anyway, Little K shouldn't have sent you. Samizdat has to be bigger than any man or woman.
Samizdat is bigger than you now, Yarrick. The Resistance reached further than you planned for. You want to fall on your sword, there's a better place to do it than in a holding cell.
Whoa, whoa, you know I use the term liability real broadly.
I warned you about picking a fight with Picus. They've got a lot invested in protecting the message.
Would I be talking to you now if Picus had got to us? I mean, does Eliza Kassan have a sense of humor? All those bombs going off lately. What's one more in the sewers? BTW? Those are all rhetorical questions.
You don't say.
But they're trying, man. Bones heard the cops talking about extraordinary rendition. What a wonderful connected world we live in, when they can pin an acronym on you, ARC, NSF, who gives a rat's ass, and ship you off to a black site on the UN's credits.
Just how many states are you an enemy of?
All the corporate ones.
There's a way out of Prague for you both. The Samizdat Resistance has organized everything. We just need to keep our heads down and get to the cleaners nearby.
The cleaners? Irony. Wait, you mean going through the cops?
There's a police locker in the corner that should be stocked with uniforms. Find something that fits and try to look convincing. We need the cops to think you're one of them. Good. It's time to go.
I'll be right behind you.
You got that?
Should never have come to Prague. We actually made it. We actually made it.
Yes! Exit plans, man! Exit plans! Always be making them! We worked this contingency plan out when we started Samizdat. Didn't think it would actually come to this, though.
No one thought it would be like this. You're gonna need these documents where you're going, wherever that is.
I hear Paris is the best place to have a revolutionary agenda these days. If you want to come along, you can be the muscle. Well, whatever your arms are made of, the stuff they use on space shuttles.
No can do. I've got a previous engagement I really can't miss.
Right, with the cardboard box company.
Watch yourself out there, Kay.
Kay? Kay is Kasdi, man. Kay is everyone. You're part of it now.
Do you think it is safe here?
I don't think it's safe anywhere. But I think you can breathe here at least. There's a group organizing underground. They're doing everything they can to create a refuge, to get people out.
I thought you were against groups like this. The way you treated Vlasta before.
Vlasta was different. I trust these people. They actually care what happens to others.
These men, they are part of this group?
That's right. You were right before to do whatever it takes to try to get out of this city. This is your chance now. If you wait here, Kay's people will come for you. They'll do everything they can to help.
I believe you. Thank you. I appreciate what you've done.
Good luck, Olivier.
Pане, укрийте се! Трапите се довниц!
Adam, it's David. We need to talk. In private.
Nothing's more private than my info link.
I'm not so sure. I've sent a secure VidCall number to your smart home system. Get to your apartment and call me.
Doesn't make any sense for the Diwali to be working with ARC. They're not terrorists.
Delara, what are you doing here?
Is that going to become our standard conversation starter?
I'm serious, Delara. It's dangerous outside. Non-essential staff should be home. How did you even get...
Ouch. Non-essential.
I just meant...
Work with me, Adam. I was trying for a little levity. Truth is, watching Picus News, hearing that the mobs were getting closer to the city, I was reminded of... Let's just say I thought being 3 stories below ground was better than staying in my apartment. So, I called in a favor and got state police to escort me in. Listen, I can tell something big is happening, so I don't want to keep you.
You doing okay, Delara?
Look, Adam, I didn't tell you why I left Lim International. That I was in session with a patient when the incident hit, and that I was...
You were attacked.
Her name was Madeline. She was 13. A really sweet kid. One minute we were talking, laughing actually, about something silly I'd said, and the next she was...
It was a terrible day. For everyone.
After I fought her off, she just stared at me like she was totally aware, you know, but not in control. God, Adam, I could see in her eyes that some part of her was still in there, locked away. And she was terrified.
Delara, I'm sure the girl...
Madeline. Her name was Madeline. You know the part that I'll never forget, though? The thing that keeps just replaying in my mind over and over? Right before she jumped out of my office window, I could swear she was crying.
Believe me, Delara, I know how you feel. You know what I think? I think we're stronger than that day. I think the scars we carry are like armor now.
Like armor? I like that. Guess I just got a little spooked, you know?
I understand. But regardless of the reason, you took a risk coming back here. These are dangerous times for everyone.
You don't need to worry about me, Adam. I'll be fine. I'll just hunker down in my office until the storm passes. Besides, I hear I have a very comfortable couch.
Just take care of yourself.
I always do.
Hey, Adam. How'd you get here? I thought the city was locked down.
It's like a war zone out there.
The police scanners are going crazy. You didn't engage them again, did you?
Interpol is trying to stop a massive terror attack from happening. We have leads to follow up on, and we're running out of time.
I know that.
So when corrupt, violent maniacs attack me on a city street with lethal force, believe me when I say I'll return the favor. It's horrible out there.
I was just cleared for active duty. I don't want anything to mess that up. I'll wait out the storm in here.
Whose unit are you assigned to for your next mission?
MacCready's.
Really? I thought...
He actually recommended me. Told me I shoot better than anyone on his team.
That's great. Talk to you later, Arya.
Bye, Adam. See you out there.
This is moving way too fucking fast.
Wait, hang on. Who gave that fucking order?
You dig deep enough with these guys, you start to find the skeletons.
Be advised.
You know what I heard? He got captured, escaped, and sneaked his way out of there.
I understand that, but I have agents scattered around this city. That's what Jensen, thank God. I was starting to get worried.
That I wouldn't make it in here, or that I actually would?
What? I've been on the phone for the last half hour, trying to guarantee your safe passage through this city. Whatever you stumbled into at Garm is big.
I know. I've been trying to find out how big for a long time. They knew I was coming. Marchenko and the Gold Mask from Dubai. Somebody tipped them off.
Are you accusing me?
When I left here, you, me, and Chicane were the only ones who knew what I'd discovered. Solid proof that someone other than Ark was involved in this. But you and your bosses have been trying to pin everything on them, right from the start.
You're out of line, Jensen. I sent you after Ark because there were viable suspects in the train station attack.
And because Manderley ordered you to do it.
Yes, he ordered me to do it, but unlike him, I will not ignore evidence to close a case. You've been nothing but an insubordinate cock-up since Manderley put you into this unit.
Manderley?
It was his signature on the transfer papers. I checked. I can't believe we're arguing over this. Not when we need to focus. Chicane debriefed me while you were flying back. Leon sent in a strike team. Got there about an hour after you two slipped out.
And the mercs were gone.
Did a pretty good job of trashing the place before bugging out, and left a few booby traps behind. So we have no idea where they went or what they're planning next.
Not necessarily. I heard Marchenko talking to his men. He said something about finalizing a deal with the...
We need to move on this now. I'll get a search warrant for that old Diwali-owned theater on Zardibi Adlam Street.
You really think we have time for a search warrant?
No, but with the city under lockdown, I can't guarantee you'll make it over to the Red Light District alive.
I got here, didn't I? Nobody's killed me yet.
All right, fine. I won't stop you. Just be careful out there, Jensen. Let me know what you find.
Copy that.
You do understand we are trying to stop terrorists here. I understand that. But I have agents scattered around this...
Damn fine work, actually.
You're... You have to come quick.
Who's here? Who is this?
Daria, from the crime scene. Do you remember? I'm at home. Bought into Crossraiders. Please, hurry. I need you.
Are you still there? Daria.
taxes, eh? Buy...
I might be... Yeah.
Buy some... Get out of here, then. Fuck off, then.
Ours is the man. We'll set you up.
My Interpol friend, it's dangerous for you to be out in the street tonight. What are you doing here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Oh, the killer is still out there. More victims have turned up. All of them Augs, all harvested. Just like Angela Gunn.
So it's the same person doing all this, and we still have no idea who that is.
I'm not sure where all this is going, but I've been looking at old case notes, and it's uncanny. Marek Svobotka, the old harvester, is supposed to be dead, yet this killer seems to... Little habits that were never made public. I even called the cemetery just to make sure Svobodka's still dead.
And?
He's dead.
That doesn't explain what you're doing here.
It's still my case, isn't it? And it's still open. I was hoping that maybe Daria suddenly remembered something. And what about you? You know very well that your Interpol ID doesn't mean shit tonight. Hell, I should be arresting you right now.
Daria said she was in trouble. She was convinced that the killer had come after her. You know, I find you sleeping outside her door. It's a little strange, isn't it?
Right, because I'm the killer. You need to get some sleep, my friend. You're not thinking straight.
How'd you know she was in trouble?
I had a hunch. You know, any other cop would arrest you for breaking curfew right now. Or worse. Lucky for you, I'm not any other cop. Go check on your little friend. I'll take a look around the building. Just try not to get caught.
I won't.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
To hear more of my exclusive interview with Brown, log on to picusweb.com. This is Eliza Cassell.
The center. Structure.
There's no way for the narrative. What do they want to do? Shot in the hand?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
You're about ahead. Things I do will appease you.
Adam, good.
What's going on, Seraph? Why the secure VidCall number?
I looked into Facility 451. It was a processing clinic, one of dozens set up after the incident to help augmented people recover. It was supposed to be places to heal, but they were run more like prison camps.
And?
And I don't think you got your new Augs there. You said rescue teams dumped you in that clinic shortly after Panchaea collapsed, but your name doesn't appear on its entry logs. And it doesn't appear on any survivor recovery lists either.
They said I was a John Doe. Nobody knew who I was.
It wouldn't have been hard to find out. Your augmentations have serial numbers. Or at least the ones I had installed into Adam Jensen did.
Why are you so sure I didn't get these Augs in Alaska? Orloff was there. I spoke with him.
You said he was using an alias, McFadden. I looked into it. Casper McFadden didn't exist until the day you regained consciousness, which was 1 month before you escaped the facility.
Okay, so where was Orloff?
Not in Alaska. He was with Tai Young Medical for a while, and in the spring of 2028, his name pops up once or twice in the Baltic region. Then he dropped off the grid, and McFadden shows up.
So what does that prove? Orloff is McFadden, and McFadden is Orloff. None of it connects him to me.
Except for the Augs which Orloff designed and nobody else knows how to install, let alone make compatible with a competing system.
Are you suggesting all my Augs are new? Even the ones you gave me?
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm telling you, all the Augs we ever installed had registry codes, and they're not hard to trace.
I know my Augs, Seraph. It took 2 years for my body to get used to them, to unlock all their potential.
2 years? Really, Adam? One of which you don't remember because you were allegedly in a coma in Alaska. Look, son, all I'm saying is it wouldn't have been hard to identify you, but for some reason, that never happened.
What are you trying to tell me, Seraph?
I'm sorry, Adam. There's not much more I can say. There's some conclusions you have to make for yourself. All I know is the deeper I dig, the more questions I have. Orloff might have had answers, but as soon as you found out he was in Prague, that he'd been visiting Prague periodically ever since you started working with TF-29's division there, somebody killed him. You tell me what it all means.
I can't. Not yet.
Well, if you ever do find out, give me a call. Until then, take care of yourself, Adam. Be careful.
Thanks for the help, Seraph.
Leave me alone.
Nothing? Nothing? This is a waste of time.
thank God. I knew you'd find me. We must hurry, before he comes back.
Before who comes back? The man who killed Angela Gunn?
Yes. He knows you're after him. He wanted you to come.
So where is he?
He's everywhere. Can you not feel his presence? Are you not scared?
Why did he bring you here? What does he want?
He's using me to get to you. He thinks that by removing your augmentations, he can make you whole again. Quickly, come closer. Help me to get out, and then deal with him. Please, I beg you.
I need to know where he is first. How long ago did he leave here? Which way did he go?
You've got to be joking. We don't have time for all these questions. If he knows I spoke to you, he will kill me. Please, my ankle. Come closer. You must help me escape.
I don't see what the hurry is. You're safe where you are for now. I need to deal with the killer first.
A little late to back away now, isn't it? You would sidestep salvation so close to the gate? I don't think so. Admit it, all this time you ignored the facts because deep down you wanted to be saved.
I came here to help you.
You're the one who needs help. Don't you understand that? I can make you human again. I have to make you human again. It's not too late. You need not die, machine. Need to keep moving. Unreliable thing. Let's see how it's done.
It all makes sense now. Lingering by the crime scene, creeping around Daria's apartment. I should have seen it sooner.
This isn't what you think, Montag.
You killed her because she figured out who you really are.
Daria's unconscious. She'll be fine. Your real problem is gonna be figuring out what to do with her when she wakes up.
I made the mistake of letting you in on this case, of giving you access to her. No more lies. Are you going to confess to what you are or not?
You're jumping to conclusions again, Montag. You need to believe what I'm telling you about Daria. And you need to let me leave here so we can both continue looking for the answers we need.
Turn that shit off! I've been a cop for 35 years. You don't think I can spot someone trying to pull that social augmentation crap on me? I swear to God, another false move like that and I will shoot you!
Daria lured me here. She wanted to save my soul by removing my augmentations. Just like she saved Angela Gunn and God knows how many others.
Daria Mishka? All this time pretending to be a dead serial killer? Bullshit!
I know it's not easy to believe, but it does start to explain some things. Daria didn't just happen to see Angela's murder. She was there because she killed her, and she wanted me to get involved because she was already targeting her next AUG.
Daria wanted you involved because she didn't like cops, and because she was scared. Apparently, she had every reason to be.
There's an email on Daria's computer from a former Tai Young medical employee named Dr. Cipra. A few years ago, he treated her for some kind of social disorder using experimental neural therapy.
What does that have to do with the killings?
The email sounded desperate. Look, I don't have all the details yet, but it suddenly seems clear to me that someone needs to talk to this guy.
So that was going to be your next move here? Tracking down this experimental pharmacist?
You need to believe me. I'm as eager to find out what the hell just happened as you are.
I don't know what scares me more. That it's been you all along, or that this all leads to some big medical conglomerate.
All I know for sure is Daria wasn't what she appeared to be. The answers we're both looking for are still out there.
You're lucky she's still breathing. Otherwise, this might have gotten very ugly between us.
Like I told you, I'm not the killer here.
Right. If what you're saying is true, and this does all lead back to Tai Yong...
Then you're gonna have your hands full. Assuming you want to keep digging into this.
I don't. But... I think I have no choice. This damn case has been like dead skin. I can't stop scratching. I suppose I have you to thank for that.
initiated. Access granted.
Doktorka Darcy Veltrinová, šéfka laboratoře životních věd ve firmě VersaLife, říká, že nemůžeme čekat.
You shouldn't be outside tonight, Adam. Prague is no longer safe.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm looking at a police barricade right now.
They will not let you pass. But I can help with that. I suggest you take cover.
Eliza, what do you have in mind? So,
Now is your chance to get past them. Be careful, Adam. I do not want to lose you again.
Jensen, you still alive out there?
yeah, just made it to the red light district. Any luck with that search warrant?
State police aren't even taking my calls. I'm afraid you're on your own this time.
Story of my life. But I got it, don't worry. Miller, the Duvalli own most of the apartments surrounding the old theater, isn't that right?
Yeah, and they're very possessive of them. So if you're thinking of getting in that way,
It's gone a little further than just that.
then expect it to zip straight past peaceful negotiation the minute they see you. Jensen, you said Marchenko needed to finalize a deal, right?
With the Diwali, yeah. Not a lot to go on, I know.
Maybe not. But these guys are the best smugglers in the world, which means a lot of forged paperwork. You might find something.
Assuming I can find that.
No, I'm jealous.
You want some?
Cops are liable to shoot anyone on sight.
Oh, look at this.
The riots do reach the city.
Oh, get out. Don't get stuck talking to the people. You'll die for me. What do they want us to do? Get shot in pairs?
Keep looking. We'll finish it.
We do not need to keep looking. Keep looking until we are certain.
Fucking family business.
Best to keep my guard up. What do you think? Are we clear? Heaven found it. Now.
initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Miller, Marchenko is targeting the Safe Harbor Convention in London.
Jesus, there'll be hundreds of people there.
How fast can we move on this?
I'll warn London and get Mac working on a mobilization plan for them. You go home. We'll contact you there.
Alex, they are hitting London. The Duvalier agreed to smuggle weapons and the Orchid into Apex Center.
Fuck, man, they want to take out Brown. He's their real target. I've been digging into him.
Get to my apartment. Explain it to me there.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Praxis, eh? Biocell hypos?
I might be interested.
They sell these things.
Yeah, I...
Buy something.
Get out of here, then. Что за хуйня?
I have everything I need.
Fuck off, then.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
Got it wrong, Adam. Brown's financial prospects aren't as rosy as we thought. He stands to lose trillions if the Human Restoration Act passes.
That doesn't make any sense. Millions of displaced Augs will flock to Rabia.
And the city can't support them. Brown's been selling investors a pumped-up dream. The corporate city-state where like-minded individuals govern themselves while investors reap the profits.
Kinda goes against the idea of a one-world government.
Yeah, and if it fails, so does Brown, the Santo Group, and anyone else standing in the Illuminati's way.
So they want to kill a competing dream and get rid of their augmented problem in one fell swoop. I take it Brown's been campaigning against the act?
And unlike Rucker, he's got the money and influence to stop it.
What about the orchid sample I gave you? Marchenko's smuggling more of it into London. Were you able to analyze it?
Believe it or not, it's not a bioweapon, or at least it's not meant to be one. It's a genome editing drug. It targets the gene linked to Aug rejection and deletes it.
Aug rejection? Must be why I survived. I don't suffer from rejection syndrome.
What? Are you telling me you don't need neuropozyne? Shit, man, that makes you...
1 in a billion, I know. The orchid, Alex. You said it's not meant to be a bioweapon.
Right. The files you and Janus got from the vault, they suggest Reed's team isn't finished making the orchid yet. It's supposed to replace the deleted gene with an artificial one that accepts augmentations. But until they do, it's deadly. Darknet posted pictures of Rucker's corpse. If Brown and all his elegant fancy potential investors get dosed, and Picus News broadcasts images of them, it's gonna send a message.
I'd better warn Miller. You can stay here if you want, till the curfew's lifted.
I can take care of myself. But when the task force hits London, keep me in the loop. Not sure what I can do, but... good luck, Adam. And be safe.
Miller, it's Jensen. Is MacReady still working on that plan for London? Because there's another variable to consider.
You can brief him yourself at TF-29's airfield. We're mobilizing.
Copy that. How do I get there?
Damn curfew's still in effect. So if you can get to Chicane's place, he'll fly you to it. Miller out.
Device program initiated. Access granted.
Miller's not here yet?
He's already left for the main hangars with McCready's team. We're supposed to rendezvous with them there. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Unbelievable. You told him it's a credible threat. I understand that. There are hundreds of lives at risk.
I hope you're wrong about this, Jensen.
So do I.
Fine. Have your men pull back until I can talk to him myself. Miller out. Change in plans. Mac, you and your team will rendezvous with our London division. Secure the perimeter until I tell you to come back in. Jensen, you and I are on the roof.
Is there a problem?
At the top, gentlemen. Approaching the target building now.
Get your coat. You're gonna need it. I don't have to tell you what's happening. You know the drill. There are people down there. Radical, augmented people who've been sidelined by this world and who think the only way to stop the oppression is by tearing down everything in their way. Their grievances may be just. Maybe they should be heard. But never on these terms. The world may be going to shit, but we're here to stand against the chaos. Every one of the guests down there are counting on us to keep them safe. Let's make sure we do.
Director Miller, I'm Nathaniel Brown. Thank you for agreeing to handle this discreetly.
We didn't exactly have a choice. You threatened to invoke the Corporate Sovereignty Act.
I gave your London division a full day to sweep for explosives. They found nothing.
It's not just bombs we're concerned with.
I've also replaced all the food and beverage, brought in extra guards from Tarvis Security Services, and ordered the men to work with your team when it arrives. Trust me, I'm taking this threat very seriously.
Then why not cancel the event?
This isn't the first time extremists have threatened to tear down the Safe Harbor Initiative. Pro-AUG supporters think we're profiting from their misery, promoting more failures like Gollum City, while anti-AUG racists can't stand the thought of any augmented person living in peace. Canceling this event will only embolden all of them.
The men planning to attack here tonight are no ordinary extremists. They murdered Talus Rucker, and they want to frame the Augmented Rights Coalition if their attack tonight succeeds.
Is this true? How do you know it?
How does it matter? We're here because of a credible threat against you and your Safe Harbor Convention.
These men are out to stop you. They know you've been campaigning against the Human Restoration Act. They need it to pass. They don't care how many lives they destroy, as long as that happens. But we do.
It's Agent Jensen, isn't it? David Seraph told me about you. You might not believe this, Agent, but I'm also trying to save lives tonight. The lives of your people. Several members of the UN Security Council are on my guest list tonight. I plan to convince them just how wrong the act really is. Talus Rucker couldn't stop it from passing, but I can.
Where are you meeting them?
In a secure conference room off the reception hall. Men from your London division have already cleared it.
Doesn't matter. I want to see this room myself, and I want Agent Jensen here to coordinate with Tarvos Security, while the rest of my team re-examines the building. Discreetly, of course.
The head of our Tarvis division is Liam Slater. He's waiting for your man to join him in the Central Security Office.
Go see him, Agent, and keep MacReady and me in the loop. Mr. Brown, if you'll show me that conference room.